Today at the shed, I border on a mental breakdown. Okay, before I start this episode, I just want to say a massive thanks to all our supporters, whether it be businesses or people. So Becker Tires, Josh from Becker Tires, has been like instrumental in the development of this thing. Josh is not only building his own hot rod for Race Wars that they ran last year, but he's also come and helped me, and Becker Tires, the company, have had a massive step forward in helping us with tyre choices and tyre supply, because we're dealing with something that's not normal. They've gone out of the way to help us to sort of get rubber on this thing. The other people I wanted to mention is WTF Auto. So Tristan has been like massively helpful in the development of this car, offering time and parts and expertise, going above and beyond. These guys are owner-operated businesses, and they really look after the little guys, because they know that's what's really important. And if you guys can support these guys, it's really helpful to everyone. So other than that, I want to thank Doug from CBA for hooking us up with a clutch at very short notice. We made a lot of progress recently, and as you'll see in this video, we're pretty much ready to put the car back together for hopefully the last time. At least we can do some tuning and then road testing. So Doug hooked us up. CBA are an awesome company. I've been using them for, I don't know, a couple of decades now, and they've been around for a long time. They're an Australian owned and operated company, as the same WTF Auto and Becker Tires. So please support Aussie, homegrown, private, small companies that look after us. Please look after them. Also want to say a huge thanks to Harry for turning up and putting in the hard yards when it's been 43, 44 degrees in the shed. It's not easy, or it's been raining and everything, you know, all the cold to put up with. You guys have seen my alfresco area. It's can be trialing to work with, but that's what I've got to work with. Want to say a huge thanks to Aaron. You know which Aaron you are, for the wiring and the Microtech help. It's really been good to have Microtech expertise to sort the car out. I've been stuck on a few issues. I'm a bit of a Haltech fanboy, so being a little bit out of my range of expertise with Microtech, it's been really helpful to have an expert. So again, thanks to Doug for coming in and putting in some personal spanner time. Really appreciate it, Doug. Aaron number 2, you know who you are. He's also brought around lots of beer and put in some personal time. I did have to build his car while I was building the tuber as well, so it's really appreciated that you really came in and helped out. Also Josh, you came down, comes down whenever he can, and whenever he's not busy, and really helps out. Even though he is also building his own car for Race Wars, we have a bit of backwards and forwards. We're trying to help each other out, and if everyone helps everyone else, then we all gain. It's not you know, like a one-sided affair. Massive thanks to Matt for sort of appearing, and it's been great working with Matt again. Matt and I worked together quite a long time ago, back when I had my own business, and we've built many cars together, and it's been great to have Matt come down here and help me out with the car, and offer a lot of advice about compliance to attend the events, and to make sure we get over scrutineering the first time. That'll be really important, because you know, we're going to go and try and make the first scrutineering and try and get through scrutineering in one shot. So it's, yeah, all or nothing pretty much here. And we'll just give it our best shot and see if they're happy. Other than that, let's get it on. been like cleaning up all that other stuff, and I've finally got this bar back in. Just wanted to get a bit of video on my coping skills. Decent coping skills, as you can see. Yeah, it's not bad. Took 2 or 3 cuts, bit of eyeballing. What I'm going to do on the inside of here, because this was poking out here and basically the motor won't fit, just going to put a steel plate on the back there to tie all those bars together to make it strong again. Not that it's not strong, I mean, got a whole chassis supporting it, but if it looks fancy, people think it's fancy. It's the life of Instagram, I suppose. Hey. Yep. Finally, this bar work is done. Cannot believe this bar work is done. It's incredible. It's the first thing that I picked out when we got the thing, that there was no bar work for harnesses, and now we finally have it. So pretty much the back end, so the fabrication is done. Still need to sort of fix that sharp angle there. That's no dramas, and probably like swish over a few bits with the flap disc, cut that exhaust mount down a little bit, sort of went over the engine mount a bit so that it looks a bit smoother, a bit more aesthetically pleasing, some people would say. Honestly, it never really worried me, but I'm just worried about the snowflakes who worry about what's on Instagram. So in saying that, this thing is damn strong. I mean, you look at my other car is a sub 900 rear-wheel drive Toyota Starlet, and it's got 400 horsepower, and this is going to have like 180, and it's literally made out of 4 times more metal than the Starlet is. It's pretty ludicrous. And in saying that, all this body work is just framework. There's nothing to do with the structure, but you still want to make it look nice anyway. You want to smooth it off. And the main point for me is the rollover protection. That's really important, and it's also why I kind of bulked this up so that the angle of free air, if it were to go over, not that I really would enjoy that, too much, but you want to ensure that you're probably going to have a good chance of survival if something does go wrong. And I mean, that's why we build these things safe in the first place. I mean, if I didn't care, I probably wouldn't put harnesses thing in, probably would just put milk crates in the thing, and should all be good. But we got to put a sealed fuel cell in there. We're going to seal it off from the cabin, all that sort of thing. We're using the right lines. We just want to do it safe, and I can't sort of express that enough, that a lot of this thing has taken so much time because it's had to be redone so much over, because I just wasn't happy with a lot of things, and all the fixings and all the body work and everything is really engineered beyond a normal road car. And this is definitely not my first rodeo, and I've done a lot of improvements to this chassis that probably not a lot of other people would have done. But saying that, it's all up to the people who look at it to tell us whether it's good or not. So we've just got to do our best job, and I hope that we're accepted, really. For the most part, I'd like to think that I knew what I was doing, but sometimes you just have to make it up as you go. So as far as the shifter of this box, right, so we've gone from front wheel drive Camry box, and it's now got Celica GT4 mid case, which is a whole other story. Those who follow the Facebook will know what's going on. So this guy here is a Camry shifter, so that comes out the back of the box. But that obviously wasn't going to work for us because we needed it to like come out the back. So what I did was I cut this a bit and cut one of these, which is a 2-3 selector, and I welded it onto here. If I can get the focus, which is playing funny buggers on me. So I welded it to that shaft. I've got a SW20 cap on there, so that's blind, and I had to drill a hole in the casing, which was difficult. And the extended shaft, I've used the SW20 arm on here. This part is original Camry, and I've had to modify this extensively to kind of work. This bracket system here is SW20. Sorry for the shaky, I'm holding a camera. Now, as far as the shifter cables, these are from an A82 twin cam, and so is the shifter itself. So this originally had a lot more metal. I made it into a lot more pieces over there, and I've had to flip this upside down. So this shifter is now upside down to the orientation it would be, and this arm has been cut off of down there, and this has been cut off, and I basically like re-welded them on, and I made this bracket out of 90/90 square tube, which is what my patio here is made out of. And then I used the tabs off the A82 Twinkie shifter assembly and sort of put them in place. Now this has just taken me a whole entire day. Now we just need to put this whole thing together.